Right folks, the day has come, finally. This is about 8 months since our last MMD trip anywhere. So today we're off on a mini trip around, where are we going?
Malvern and the Brecon Beacons.
And the Brecon Beacons. So, catch you later. So it was with great excitement we set off on our mini trip, and our first stop was going to be Caffeine and Machine. We'd heard a lot about this place and I thought it would be a great place to stop and have a leisurely lunch before our first overnight stop in Malvern. Sadly, it wasn't to be. Do you ever have one of those frustrating times when you get halfway to a destination only to have that nagging feeling that you've left something really important behind? Yeah, well this was one of those days, which meant after riding for about 40 minutes in heavy traffic, we had to turn round and go all the way back again. On balance, I thought I handled it pretty well. And all for this little adapter. Without this, I couldn't attach my external hard drive and download the video footage. Mini trip, take 2. So unfortunately now, having lost a couple of hours, we had to completely reschedule our trip, and instead of going to Caffeine and Machine, we had to head straight to Malvern. Malvern's main claim to fame is its bottled water, which has been producing since 1622. But it was also chosen as a location for the British government in case of evacuation from London during World War II. So this was it, the Abbey Hotel, Malvern. If it was good enough for Haile Selassie, it's good enough for us. Malvern, it's a bit of a damp, drizzly day, and we're staying here at the Abbey Hotel. So, let's go and check it out, shall we? Room 307. What do you think of the room?
Yeah, lovely room. Really good room. Great view.
Great view. We got upgraded because I use booking.com so much. Got upgraded to an executive room. And a nice view of the Abbey. Malvern Abbey there. It's spacious.
Really great bathroom.
Yeah, lovely bathroom. Look at that. Yeah. And now it's beer o'clock. In fact, well past beer o'clock. So let's get down, shall we?
Let's go.
This is the first pint I've had in a pub or hotel for 8 months. Cheers. First trip for 8 months, and after a long day in the saddle and a couple of glasses of wine, this is the end result.
What is this?
So I remember this now.
so luminous and vibrant. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for
Great Malvern Priory was a Benedictine monastery built in 1075. It has the largest display of 15th century stained glass in England.
so many times I've stranded, a castaway on unknown shore.
So how would we rate the Abbey Hotel?
We have actually stayed at the Abbey Hotel in Malvern before, so it was nice to see it again. The location's amazing, very central, easy to pop out for a cup of coffee in the morning. The room was spacious, it was a bit warm, but lots of room for our stuff. The food was kind of okay, there was a limited choice with wine and beer, but it was okay, as was the service. And the parking was great. You couldn't see it from the road. It wasn't locked, but it was pretty secure.
A slightly rainy start to day 2, and we were heading for the Brecon beacons. But first of all, a quick stop 40 minutes away at the special church of St Martin's in Hereford.
Though a stranger in this context, I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom, always in bloom for you. An infatuated light. Although it hurts me, be with you. I'm always in bloom, always in bloom for
Here we are in Hereford at the very famous St Martin's Church, famous because it was adopted by the regiment, the SAS, and everybody that's died in major conflicts is buried here. So we thought we'd stop by and pay our respects. Bob Consiglio sadly lost his life as part of the ill-fated Bravo 20 patrol in the Gulf War. as did Vince Phillips.
The gardener here?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been doing this for?
Amazing.
Ooh, 18 years.
You keep it well.
Used to be 4 people here, and I'm here by myself now.
And now you do the whole thing yourself.
I do it all in a month.
Doing a good job.
You're doing a fantastic job.
Labba Labba is a legend in SAS folklore. He was part of a team of 9 SAS soldiers based outside Mirbat, who were sworn to protect the Sultan of Oman from Marxist guerrillas. The day before they were due to go home, the group were attacked, and then knowing the unit was hopelessly outnumbered, Labba Labba ran hundreds of yards under fire to reach a 25-pounder artillery gun, which usually operated by 4 to 6 men. He held out for 2.5 hours against hundreds of fighters, repelling wave after wave of attacks. He was shot in the jaw and continued until he eventually died when a bullet passed through his neck. A true SAS hero.
Bri had mentioned St Martin's Cemetery to me a couple of times and I was really quite keen to see it. What I wasn't prepared for though was how emotional it would be. Something that really did amaze me and make me sad was how young the soldiers that were buried there were.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lines.
Next stop was going to be Brecon for a quick coffee.
Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket. Playtime all alone. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the phone, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may. Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep. So long, farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old lives. And my crooked little heart that seems so rebellious is falling apart right now. I'm bleeding, an easy kill, gonna leave it all behind. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the
So we've just checked in to our hotel on the Saturday, the Nant Ddu Hotel and Spa, I believe it's called. It's been a bit grey today, but it's very warm, about 19 degrees. Hopefully it's going to get even warmer tomorrow. It's supposed to be warm all Sunday. Anyway, let's go and check out our room at the Nant Ddu Hotel and Spa. So here we are. First of all, you can see it's incredibly dark. Huge thumbs up for the iPhone 12, because believe me, this bedroom was really dark. But the iPhone 12 completely transforms it. And not that spacious, really.
It's a bit dark.
It's a bit
functional.
dark. It's functional, a bit dark. And if you look very carefully, you can see the bikes are parked down there. But yeah, personally a bit dark for my liking. But let's have a look at the bathroom. At least it has a bath, so you can have a soak in the tub. Anyway, clean and dark without the big light on. But anyway, we'll see what the dinner's like, and more importantly, the beer. Wow. Yeah, she's enjoying her soup. What did you order? Pork loin. She's overcome with emotion because it's so good. Yeah, no pork loin, and I'm having slow roasted shoulder of lamb. Lovely. Enjoying that.
That's pretty good.
So, dinner was obviously fun, but how would we rate the hotel overall?
The Nant Ddu Lodge wasn't one of our better choices, really. There was limited availability, which is why we booked it, but it was on a main road, even though it wasn't near to anywhere else. So unless you choose to stay in the lodge, there's nowhere else to go. I was actually surprised how dark the bedroom was. It was also very warm, and there was a note advising us not to open the windows because of the insects. As you can see from the film, dinner time was an event, and the food was fine, as was the service. Probably the best thing about the hotel was actually the parking, which was very secure and couldn't be seen from the road. All in all, not great value for money.
So the next day, after a hearty breakfast, we loaded up and headed back through the Brecon beacons to the Cotswolds and the lovely little village of Broadway, or more specifically, Broadway Tower.
Straight cruising, headed for a bruising, watching out for number one. You gotta slow down, look around you, son. Today is just today and not tomorrow. Where you're going, you can rest your head. Where you're going, brightness looks big. Where you're going, truth cannot be hid. You gotta get going. Easy now. You gotta get going. Easy now.
So it's a glorious bank holiday Sunday, and we're here in the Brecon Beacons,
and we're walking up to some beautiful weather, and you can see it's extremely busy with all the bikers, cars and tourists. Everybody's let off the leash, and we're heading today to Hay-on-Wye, Ross-on-Wye, and then through the Cotswolds to Hook Norton.
You're hard working, so you can be deserving of the rest that you are given. You gotta slow down and look around you, son. Give a lot and live a little. Work with what you got. Where you're going, you can rest your head. Where you're going, brightness looks big. Where you're going, truth cannot be hid. You gotta get going. Easy now. You gotta get going. Easy now. Get along, give a hand, sleep heavy, be the man. Just there, where you are, do something, be the star. You gotta get going. Easy now, you gotta get going. Easy now.
So, well overdue for a coffee stop, we spotted a Starbucks. Wouldn't be my first choice for a coffee, but they do decent flat white and a pretty good muffin. So, Starbucks it was then. Broadway Tower was built in 1794 and was intended to represent a Saxon castle. During World War II, it became the perfect choice for the Royal Observer Corps to track enemy planes.
Well, here we are, Broadway Tower, the most famous folly in the Cotswolds, I believe. Oh yes, there's a famous bomber crash too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is a memorial to the crew of an Allied bomber that crashed in 1943 on a training flight in heavy fog.
Broadway Tower, the famous tower.
Looking up at a tree, I remember how it started. I was lost in a dream when the fire in my heart said.
The view from the top of the tower is said to take in a 62-mile radius of the local landscape.
I found sunlight, the feeling grows, and anything sounds alright. I'm breaking loose, living in the moment in my own balloon. This year I'm going to start a new chapter. Ignore the tears and only write down the laughter and open rose. I've already found sunlight, the feeling grows, and anything sounds alright. I'm breaking loose, living in the moment in my own balloon. I glide across the ground and over the ocean, and you can't force me down as long as I'm open, like a rose that already found sunlight, the feeling grows, and anything sounds alright. I'm breaking loose, living in the moment in my own balloon.
The little village of Hook Norton in Oxfordshire is mainly famous for being the home of Hook Norton Brewery, and I was looking forward to sampling some of its finest ales tonight. We're staying at the Sun Inn pub over there. Sadly it's Sunday, so they don't serve dinners, they serve pizza at night. But anyway, let's go and check it out, shall we? Small, but comfortable,
Perfectly formed.
but perfect form, just like yourself. Yeah. Small bathroom, shower, but functional. Yeah, not a lot of space to
plug things in, charge things up. And sadly, we are right over the outdoor bar area, and we've been told it's going to be pretty noisy tonight till midnight. Still, never mind. I think it's time to go and try a Hook Norton beer.
I think you're right.
What do you think? So this is Hook Norton, the best brewery in the local area. And I'm going to sample the Haymaker. And what's this one?
The Gold, Hooky Gold.
Hooky Gold. Which is the most popular one?
Hooky Gold is very popular in the summer because it's light and zesty.
Do you know
The
what?
Haymaker is a guest ale.
I'm going to have a pint of the Gold, please. And can I have a large Pinot Grigio?
Yeah, sure.
We're at the Sun Inn in Hook Norton.
Which must mean some of the best beers in the world. Look at that. Cheers, everybody.
Great choice of beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, in the last couple of days while we've been away, we've probably done in excess of 250 miles, and the Tiger just feels brilliant. Every time I ride it, it feels better and better, and it's been just brilliant to go a distance on it, to do a first long trip on him. Fantastic. I've really enjoyed the roads today. We've done some hilly roads, we've done some windy roads, we've been on a bit of gravel here and there, and it just feels really comfortable. And I know it was a much bigger step going from the 700 to the 800 than it is going from the 800 to the 900, but it just feels, I mentioned before, it's really important to kind of feel at one with your bike, and that's how I feel on the 900. I just think it's brilliant. So the last big trip we did was to Devon and Dorset, and that was back in early September, so it's been 8 months since we did our last trip, and that was on the 800. So this is our first big trip with me riding the 900, and it hasn't disappointed. It's been lovely. So this is our last night. This is our last night at the Sun Inn in Hook Norton, and the weather has just been phenomenal today, just beautiful.
So Sunday night and the Sun Inn in Hook Norton. Look at this.
Couldn't be better.
Vegetable feast.
Vegetable feast and meat feast.
Chips.
Fries.
Perfect.
How was pizza?
Pizza is great, and of course followed by a nice glass of Malbec. This is essential. Cheers.
Cheers. Norton's a lovely little village, as are all the villages round there, and the Sun Inn was pretty. It was in a good location. The bedroom was pretty small, so if you're touring with a lot of stuff, it can be quite difficult. What was more difficult, even though Brian and I aren't particularly big, is the bed seemed very small. It didn't look like a full double, and it was quite tight. Food and drink, well, they weren't offering evening meals given that it was a Sunday, but they did offer pizza, and as you can imagine, Bri was very happy with the choice of Hook Norton beers. The service was good, the people were very friendly and very helpful. The car park wasn't particularly bike friendly. It was gravelly and it was a steep turn into the car park, so we made the choice to leave the bikes on the road outside given that it was a quiet village. It wasn't ideal, but the bikes were actually safe.
Again, our usual coffee spot in Deddington. Shame not to stop, have a quick break on our way to meet some friends for lunch at a pub somewhere near Milton Keynes.
So that was it folks, the end of our mini tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and look out for our next trip, the Wales 360.